If you're in the market and canvassing for the type of computers that you want to buy, then my next video presentation is going to give you some insights on the components of a laptop. So you will get an informed decision when you try to decide which kind of laptop you need to buy for your own personal application. So this is just an introduction of the two types of laptop that you can find in the market today. This one is the general purpose laptop, and this black laptop is the gamer's laptop. This video presentation is about the basic guidelines when buying a laptop. The best consideration when buying a laptop is to strike the balance between cost and performance. This will prevent you from overspending as well as underspending. Hence, you will get the best value for your money. So let's start with the most important component of your laptop, which is the processor. Nowadays, we have two companies that has been known to produce processor for the past 3 or 4 decades, and they are Intel and AMD. And interestingly, they are naming their processor brand almost the same. Here at Intel, they are naming at i3, i5, i7, and i9. On the other hand, AMD is naming its processor model Ryzen 3, 5, 7, and 9. So both companies are making almost identical processor. So let's start with i3. i3 is found mainly on budget systems and for older computers. You can use this for your office works, school works, for your regular internet browsing, as well as for your live streaming if you are blogging. The i5 on the other hand can also do all these items listed below, as well as you can also use it for some form of gaming, do some simple photo and video editing. So the i7 is the most cost effective in all of these 4 processors because it can perform most of the tasks here without any problem. The i9 on the other hand is a little bit more expensive, but if you have no problem with budget, then you can just buy the i9. This is best for most applications. We have generations of processor. So usually you will be hearing 6, 7, 8, 9 in 10th generation. So at least you will opt for the 8th generation. But if you are buying a brand new laptop, if it's better to select the 9th or the 10th generation. The second most important part of a computer is the random access memory, or RAM in short. The random access memory is actually the workplace of all the application that is currently running on the computer. So generally, the bigger the number of the RAM, the better it is for all the working applications. In here, we have 5 options listed, and I'm going to start with the 4 gigabytes. 4 gigabytes is sufficient for most office work, school work, regular internet browsing, and blogging. 8 gigabytes, on the other hand, can also do all of these tasks mentioned, and at the same time you can perform some gaming. You can do simple photo and video editing. The 2 gigabytes will give you a little bit more room, so this is okay for gaming, programming, photo and video editing. The 16 gigabytes is ideal for most applications And this is the most cost effective of them all. Of all of the options here, this is the most cost effective because it's not that expensive, but it can perform all of these tasks mentioned without any limitation or problem. But if you don't have any problem with the budget, you can always go for the 32 gigabytes, which will give you everything you need. Now we have types of RAM. The first one is the DDR3, which is the older one. That's why it's cheaper. In the DDR4, which is faster but more expensive. So if you're looking to buy a brand new laptop, it's better to aim for this DDR4. Now let's talk about the storage. Basically, the minimum that is in the market is 256 gigabytes. So this is sufficient for school work, for his office work, and as well as for live streaming and blogging. However, if you need more space, then you can choose the 512 gigabytes, which allows you to have an extra space for your videos and for your photo files, your programming files, as well as your gaming files. The 1 terabit, on the other hand, is going to give you more extra space. So you can store all of your application software, all of your important files, and at the same time you have some allowance for other files that you will be needing to store in the future. So this is the most cost-effective size of a storage without breaking the bank. But if the budget is not an issue, you can always go to the higher storage, which is the 2 terabyte. We have two types of storage. The first one is the newest storage system, which is the solid state drive, the SSD. This is faster, but of course it comes with a cost. The hard disk drive, which is the oldest drive, is a little bit slower, and of course it's less expensive. So these are the two types of storage that you can find in the market: the SSD and the HDD. Now let's go to the Windows operating system. Of course, a computer will not work without the operating system. In here, we are going to discuss this Windows operating system. What we have right now is we have this 32-bit, which is the older version, and is still being used on older computers and cheaper computers, and it's more less expensive. The newer one, the 64-bit, is now used in most computers, new computers. A little bit more expensive, but it's the performance is better. So if you are going to buy a brand new laptop, it's better to aim for the 64-bit. Now let's talk about the display or the screen of the laptop. In here you have two options. The 1080p is the most popular in this the most widely used type of display of a laptop. This is good for office work, to be used in school. It's okay for use for programming. You can also use this for some basic photo editing and video editing, and actually this is also good for gaming. The second one is the 4K high definition resolution. This is ideal for most applications, especially for photo editing, video editing, gaming, and other applications that requires a high resolution display. Now we have the two types of display. The first one is the touch screen, which is popular with the two-in-one laptop. The two-in-one laptop has the feature of a laptop in a tablet. So of course this is more expensive. The second one is the non-touch screen, the ordinary screen that is just for viewing. And if you need the screen for your own application, then you might as well choose this touch screen display. Otherwise, you can always buy this non-touch screen, which is cheaper. Generally, we have two types of laptop. The first one is the office or the school laptop that is thinner, more aesthetic looks, and this is more suitable for home use, for office use, for school, and you can also use this for programming in other general purpose application. The second laptop is the gamer's laptop that was designed for gamers. They are more rugged looking, thicker. It has an extra fan for removing extra heat that was generated from its dedicated graphic card. So basically, the difference between this office or school laptop with the gamer's laptop is that the gamer's laptop has some extra component, extra fan, and actually it has its own graphic card. Whereas for the office or school laptop, the graphic card is integrated into its motherboard. So basically, the gamer's laptop is more expensive compared with the office or school laptop. So it depends on your applications. If you are more into gaming, then maybe the gamer's laptop is for you. But if you are just using it for the office or for programming, then the office or school laptop is the one that you need. So that's about it for this laptop. And I hope that I have given you some insight on the laptop components that will allow you to decide which component is suited for your own personal application. So if you enjoy this video presentation, don't forget to subscribe so that you will be notified on my next incoming tutorial about computers and photography.